So today we are reviewing the BBC Radiophonic Workshop by Spitfire Audio. Just came out, new library. So let's start with a quick overview. This VST is basically a collection of synths, tapes, sound effects coming from the 1960s. In the 60s, radio and TV were becoming really mainstream and they needed music for their programs, right? One of the pioneers was the Radiophonic Workshop. A bunch of people with a bunch of big ass machines with big ass dials and knobs to make new sounds for a new genre of content.
Requests from producers like, I want a sound that nobody has ever heard before. I said, what about two very interesting sounds and put them together, meld them together? That sounds like a promising recipe for a new sound that nobody has heard before.
And recently, the remaining members of this team of the Radiophonic Workshop, they got together with Spitfire and they made a remastered version of these sounds. But enough with the history lesson, let's go and test this thing, all right? So here is the VST and we have some things. That's a lot of things. So here we have some filters, dark distorted drum, evolving. But, you know, there are quite a lot. Broken delay. This one is one of my favorites. It's like a very nostalgic pad. Cosmic Mist. This is like, I think those sounds are good for like trap. And actually, let's check a nice feature here, which is the gate sequencer, in which we have this chord and we want to gate it. I don't know if that's an expression, to gate something, but we choose the length of the gating. We decide when the sound will have silence. So like not here, but here every 4. So like this, let's raise the depth. The sound will be interrupted in these 3 spots specifically. And here we can choose basically the intensity of the gating, with 0 being 0. And this is the gate sequencer. From here I can see myself using the flanger, I think. Good, now back to this. Ooh, this is a good one. Beautiful. We have this sound right here, which is very nice, but you can hear this like lampshade bow med. It's kind of weird. Like I would like to keep just the pad here. Well, we can just mute it. Or just remove it. And here we can add or another sound like this. See, even here, for example, we have this paper rip. I don't know why the f they put a paper rip on top of this bass. Another way to change essentially the intensity of these things is just moving this slider right here. So like if we move it to the right, we're gonna have just the paper rip. If we move it to the left, no more paper rip. And now, for example, this bass right here, I would like it to be longer. So we are gonna raise the decay. Yeah. Now it's longer. Then we can also glide this. You know, in this case, I would do something like this. I love this guitar pluck, but I want to keep some of this modular tape bass. So I don't know if you can hear it. This is weird. This sounds kind of like, you know, when you are in the afterlife somewhere in a video game, like in God of War when you're in Helheim. Oh yeah. Okay, this is weird, but this is the best one. This is absolutely the best one, I think. Oh yeah. Let's gate it a little bit. Every 2. Up, up. Hell yeah. Honestly, this I don't really use it. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know what the f it does. All right, it's like probably you are tweaking with the frequencies. You know. Yeah, we can see the kilohertz there. Yeah, I'm not touching this. I'm a simple dude. All right. I just want to have good presets to use on the fly, so my creative flow is not interrupted by tweaking knobs and stuff. There are quite a bit of things, but at the same time, it's not insanely long, the preset list. The thing is that you can do your own, right? Let's create our own sound, actually. Let's try this together with, let's go to the guitars. Not noises, a pluck. And this is already really nice and unique. Let's try to glide it. It's weird. I don't really use the glide, but it's just funny. Very nice. I think I'm gonna do some samples with this. As you can see, I found my favorite presets from the plugin. I'm gonna use these 15. We have some keys, some leads, some plucks, some mallets, and a lot of pads, bass, and some texture. The rest is, you know, a bit of orchestra and the usual. Very, very creepy. Let's bump it up. All right, now I want some pads. We have 4 pads here. This one is the best. Very nostalgic. Pluck. This is interesting. Now let's go with some texture, because I have 3 textures here. This is creepy as fuck. This is something that we can export. Oh yeah, let's make it stereo. Next, let's see what other texture we have. Yeah, I think it could be a good like detail, like fading out. What if we like Wong? This is interesting. Okay, let's now go to some more natural instruments. Like I want to double the strings with an ARP. Jesus. Let's go. Yep. I am making everything compact in these 8 bars, but then I will kind of so we can make a more complex arrangement, I guess. Ooh. Ooh. Then we will do proper dynamics to make it. So now we take this, we copy it, ba-boom, ba-boom, and we go tom-tom, ba-boom, to the violas. Then we go ba-boom, and we duplicate it 1 octave higher. Okay, now let me add some drums. I think that's nice. This is Damage, by the way. Classic. I think I'm gonna use this. We are gonna, like, in the second part, which is more impactful, we're gonna double the harp with this quantum bassland here. The thing is that we still haven't used the best thing that there is right here. Uh-huh. 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 Something like that. I won't waste other precious memory for recording, so I will just show you the final result, I guess. So, conclusion. What do I think of this plugin? First, let's address the elephant in the room. How much does it cost? The answer is boom. It's around 150 euros, which in freedom units should still be around 150. Is it too expensive? I don't know, honestly. I think that just for the history and the work that went into this plugin, I think it's okay. This is good for dark, even futuristic stuff in some aspects. So if you compose that sort of thing or you like composing that sort of thing, I'd say go for it. With this being said, the link to buy this is in the description. And yeah, goodbye.